All right. How's everybody doing? High noon, Chicago. High noon, August 12th. All right. So, spies and cues, they were coming down this morning. I wanted to make a point about that. We were breaking down this morning here on these 60s, and we kind of know the numbers of where we're looking at. So 636 has been a number, and we've been around that. All right, and we were struggling with this yesterday, trying to get back above 636, and we kept spalling out, kept kind of like just, this was the end of the day too. All right, so this is the last two 60s of the day. So couldn't get through this, hell or high water through this 636 like 70. All right, and then we got another 30 that came down, and then went hammered back up, but couldn't get through there. So this morning we came down and we mingled with it a little bit, right? We stayed above it though, 636.87. I mean, we were 20 cents from going back inside of here. All right, and again, couldn't get through there yesterday. So look at where we got to. Got down to 636.94. That high was 636.70 ish. All right, just couldn't get that umph down there. And then obviously we get the new 60 comes in, and that was it. As you can see, that just, you see it. You see what happened, right? Two, 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 two. Now you're back inside on a one right now. That is the first actionable signal that we've had here. So maybe we can get some kind of reversal coming around 641.99, guys. All right, so on the SPX, we're going to be at 64.10-ish. Jesus, okay, so more upside potential, and that's just the way it goes. Doesn't look like they're going to stop. We're living in a FOMO market, all right? Be aware of that. All right. So, like if you've never gotten the stock market before, and if this is your place where you want to get in, protect it. Protect the hell out of it. All right. All right. So, and I think more and more people are getting turned on by because it's provocative, and people are talking about it. That it's not going to be. It's not going to be like you're going to walk in and get rich. It's not going to happen. All right, but 2-1 back inside right now. So we do have an actionable signal inside on this 30 right now. So I don't know what that means. It probably means we stall out for a little while and then we pop back up again. That's probably more than likely what's going to happen. All right, QQQs. Same way. Same way. We came down into this move. We had the same exact problem from these last two 60s of the day. All right, this one even dipped in even a little bit more, and then got the two, made the lower low, got all the way down there. So, believe it or not, almost took out the whole day with that move down. Okay, this was the whole day right here. All right, we would have had to go down to 571.58 to try to break that, but took out all of these two for the most part, and then you see it was the 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and now here we are again back inside with the oneers. All right, so we'll see you there. Diamonds just can't get through the 445. Can't do it. Did it get through 445? No, it got to 444.96. It cannot seem to get it going. All right, so what do we have here, right? Well, we have an index that is just garbage and just cannot get it right. All right, but when I go around the horn, I got XRT, and XRT's having a pretty damn good day. All right, was as high as 83.11. She's backed off to 82.80, coming back in a little bit, and you're inside on the month. Okay, so you're inside the month because of that diamond. That's exactly the reason why. But the one thing what have I been saying here since yesterday? We're going to watch the weeks. All right, so we took week up. Okay, XRT takes week up. That's all I can say about it right now. XLI takes the 2 up on the week. Okay, it's only a Tuesday now. We still got a lot of time. So we got 3 more days yet. All right. And we got, 2 hours and 2 days. All right. So there's your XLI. That's your XRT. Your XLPs, I don't know. They really showed it yesterday. It hammered back up pretty nicely yesterday, but it kind of made the move to the 2-2 up. And then, it gave up there on that day, and that's what led to this. And now this is what you're left with here. So you are 2 up on the day. This is a mess. All right. We don't want to trade in this. And it's just until the diamonds start getting right, it's just all garbage. All right. There's your week, not getting anywhere near trying to take that week up. All right, so watch that week. That's what's important. All right, XRT, XLI, and then XLF popped up again today, and this one was kind of choppy as well here with the 212 back up now, and that's even been coming back in. So we'll see if these sectors can hold. And again, this is why it's important that you're going to watch the week. See what this week is going to do. Are the stocks going to get strong enough to get the diamonds over the hump? Or is the diamonds going to lead the charge and start picking up the ones that have been left behind, like this guy right here who's sitting way behind and still garbage? Healthcare. Just not going to get out of the week here. Right? It doesn't even look like it's going to get out of this week right now. All right, 2 days in, you got to shoot her down. You're inside. I'd say you're going to be really tough to get out of that. And then look at your month, garbage. So it's a complete overhaul. We're tearing down America and building a new one. It's going to be great. All right, so there you go. 2 back in here, especially on healthcare, man. It's just like it has been a real tough group there. Amgen was trying to get going there today, and that's spalled out here. I like it down here. I like it even better down at 270. We were down here at 276. I say if you get anywhere below 275, unless the diamonds are continuing to just puke, they won't puke and they won't run. They won't do anything. They're stuck. All right, rate cut. All right, so I think that's all big part of it. I think this big part of it is all in the rate cut. Okay, XLB, and boy, I tell you, if there's anybody that needs it, it's them. And ain't no SPY, no Qs don't need no rate cut. All right, XLB better today on our metals. All right, and coming back inside on the 60 now. It's been made a pretty nice move. Now it's stalled out. It's completely stalled out on your XLBs. And then, we've been watching some of those. Freeport, FCX is a copper. All right, so there's your copper today. Took the 2-day up, and then it's been hiding inside all day. Doesn't look like it wants to do anything there. Gold. Gold is better, stuck in the middle here on the day. Really rough to try to get your gapped away from the week. All right, so and we didn't even get near it yet. So gold, we'll see. 2 days in. And silver's got the same problem here. I think silver was a little bit better. Silver's got a good shot at getting that week up here if it wants to continue. With the inside month, though, everything's going to trade inside that month, and it's going to be hard for you to get out of here. Right now, you got to get to the high or the low either way before we even can figure out where it's going to go. Don't trade it. Don't do anything with it. I'm long some silver. It needs to get its ass back up. And that's what I'll say. All right. So silver, little better than gold. That's for sure. And then we can go through some of those ones that we talked about. Utilities too, because they're down. So the Utes are inside now on the 1, and XLE has been really garbage. So these groups have been really bad. Energy and energy, like just looking at the broadening formation down here on the daily, you can tell what's going on. All right, so the utilities won't get going until, the utilities might get going and then might trigger the energy stocks up too. But as of right now, they don't look so good. All right, 2-2 back down on the diamonds right now as we speak. So it's just more continuation garbage. XLY now has been a little bit better because it's a little more tied into the SPY. So a nice day upper here on the XLY today. All right, and you got you got some of them bigger retail names in there. Still looking at this Lulu. I still think super cheap on Lulu. I mean, it's having a horrible year. Can we rev Strat next year out? We'll see. All right, but maybe this thing turns around in the last quarter and starts to make a move up. If you look at it on quarters too. You see, right? 3 down on the quarter. All right. So we'll look for that reversal in the monthly and in the weekly if it starts to make any kind of change. This thing was at $516 in January of last year. Maybe we can get that baby back up into January. We'll see. Lulu's got a lot of competition now, man, so this on is definitely one of those companies too. This it's gapped up today. We had this one on our list, puked it all out, okay? So trying to fight back a little bit here right now, but that thing's kind of dead. And then we'll go through this Chipotle Mexican Grill has been flat all day like a pancake, as you see, just a chop shop, nothing to talk about there. I'm trying to find things that might turn around and get back up, especially these ones here. Starbucks, just somebody came out and badmouthed it too. He got an upgrade this morning, and then somebody was talking about it on CNBC. So that, kicked the guy while he's down kind of thing. All right, so trying to go back down to the lows right now. Starbucks. If I wanted to buy the stock, I'd buy it at $88. I wouldn't buy it at $93. I'll tell you that. So that's my thoughts there on Starbucks. See there, Circle had it wrong on those earnings. The street did not like what they gave us. All right, so gapped it open here to 189, and it's trading down to 165. All right, so they have corrected this thing. That was a real fat opening, if you know what I mean. Very fat, all right? There was a lot of fat on that calf on the opening. Got up to 190.44. Never saw that back again, all right? So Circle. And then I throw the CRWV in there because that's going to report after the close, and they are buying this up into the earnings today, all right? You've got that one coming back upside on that hammer. Who knows, man? We could be looking at this thing tomorrow at 180. All right? If these guys get their numbers right, for sure. All right? So CRWV. And I think that, and I really do think that most of this sell-off, I think a lot of it was just people just taking profits. All right? I'm sure the company is probably doing fine. I think this was all just fundamentals and just a lot of people taking profits that bought it at $33.52 and watched it go to 187. They all decided to sellers, and then what happened was that other sellers got in front of sellers, and then you know what happened, right? It became a frenzy. So I think that's why crude V came all the way back down. And I wouldn't be surprised if you did get surprised on earnings and see that thing pop up tomorrow morning. I wouldn't be excited at all about that. That could happen. Charlie Eddy, Celanese, this thing it puked down and it got the 2-1 back up, and it's garbage rest of the day. Not doing anything here for the rest of that day. ASTS gave up the whole day. That's one of those ones that I always tell you. You get that gapper up, and then they come down and do this, and they don't do anything all day. How many times have I told you that? How many times do we see that? You see that a lot because I say it a lot. So that's one of those right there coming back down. Maybe this thing's priced right, maybe where it was where it should be. So I would wait a couple days on this thing and see if it comes back into this day, and then maybe she might get better. All right, and they had good earnings, they had good numbers, but again, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. It's what the street says. All right, Intel. It's inside day, and that's that. Give me the 212 back up. Right, Trump got involved in this thing, so it should go higher. Intel. All right, so we got that going on. I'm not really going to go into too much more. A couple of them watching on the weekly here. Oklahoma is setting up real nice on this weekly now. It's got a beautiful hammer here. All right, with 3 days to go. Now, this is just Monday, Tuesday. All right, so more than likely we could just get the 3-2-2 up and finish the week, but I got to think there's still a little bit more volatility in there because the month is really garbagey. See this month? This ain't great. All right, it actually firmed up. Oh, nope, we got to go back. I'm sorry. I knew that didn't look right. Look at it now, stuck in the middle with you. All right, so this is no layup here. All right. What I'm hoping for is a 3-1 back inside with a 2 down and then finish strong into Friday. That's how I would like it to play out. I did buy a little bit at 73, 73.80ish, something like that. And then my stop is in at the low of the week. Okay, so we'll see. I think it will come back in, and I hope it does because I want it to test. I'd love for it to come back and test where I bought it from and see how it holds there. All right, so yeah, I like it. I'm in it, and it's we'll see. We'll see. And some of the other ones are not that great. SMR's not that great. All right, shoot her down on day, and it's red on the inside on the month. That ain't doing anything. That's 2 week down. All right, and VST is the same way here, I believe. All right. Now, no, Vista's inside. All right, so that's doing okay. All right, and that's your 2 day. And then we wait to see what the rest of the week wants to bring. I think it was Constellation Energy Group was the one that was garbage, right? That one's in there too. So that one's in there on the week too. But it's weak. The week is weak. Okay, that's for sure on that one. And there's one other one that I wanted to. This isn't the one though. This UEC's the little guy. $10. This thing's made a nice move to the upside. This is good, right? You got 2-2 up on the month. This should just go up and take month up in continuation to the upside. All right, looking pretty good. Stall out there. Little took some air out of the balloon here, and there we are with the back wind side. Look for the 2-1-2 back up in continuation. All right, that one looks pretty good. CCJ. That's the other one I was thinking about. This guy's already taken week up. All right, so too much too fast, gonna puke. Wait for the rest of this week, see if they come in. I wouldn't be buying it up here, but if you get an insider on a day and you've come back into this range in here somewhere, maybe you'd want to find a spot in there and see if you can finish out the week strong. All right, what do we say about the futures? I said it earlier, right? Either the diamonds are gonna do the job, or the stocks are gonna do the job. But if the stocks do the job, then more like we're probably going to go lower. All right, because diamonds just don't want to get back up to the highs. Rate cut, and tariffs. So there's the problems. That's what's holding everything back. All right. So at that, I'm going to leave you with that. You won't get something from me from today at the end of the day, but I'll be chatting with you in the morning. All right. Be good.